Hello everyone, today I want to present about a book under the title Understanding Pupil Behavior. So this book discusses about how teacher manage, how teacher understanding and how teacher respond to a different type of pupil behavior in the classroom. And I think it might be really important for teacher, especially for us as an educational major student that will face the student in the classroom in the future. Before reading this book, I thought managing classroom is like just as simple as you making sure that the class is quiet and disciplining the student. But after I read this book, I realized that teaching is not just always about you responsible for the lesson for the student, but also you have to build engagement between you and the student, and then also feel the emotion of the student and making sure that their attitude is good. The next thing I want to talk about is what is the purpose of this book and what makes this book interesting. So the main purpose of this book is talk about how teacher can manage the classroom in positive and effective way. Like you cannot use like a lot of punishment to your student as a teacher, and then you can make the student fear to the teacher. And the book tells the teachers that we have to make sure that we build a good relationship between us and the student, so the student can feel more comfortable to talk with the teacher, and as a teacher also we can deliver our lesson and our message as good as that, because we already have a good relationship between us and the student. Another thing that made this book is interesting because this book explains a lot of different type of pupil behavior. Like for example, there's students that really good at reminding and memorizing, but maybe they less in the communication skill, but they're also a student they're really good in the communication skill, talking fluently and clearly, but maybe they be less memorized and less reminding. So because of that cases and that problem, we can know, and in this book talk about how we can face a different type of student and how we can choose the right method for them. So the next is, what does each chapter in this book talking about? Okay, so this book is divided to several chapters, but at the beginning it talks about this stress of the teacher itself when facing a lot of different types of students. So in this book they explain how teacher can face a student and how the strategy to face a different type of student. Because of this explanation, I learned how we as a teacher cannot be too strict to the student, giving punishment and giving pressure to the student, and we also cannot being too soft to the student. So I learned that we have to giving a balanced strategy teaching method to the student, so it makes the classroom balance. Another thing that I explain in this book is how aggressive teacher teach student, like when they shouting to the student when they make mistake, they punish student always, and it makes the student fear to the teacher, so the relationship is being bad. And then so the teacher, when they explain material or lesson, the student cannot catch easily, and the teacher also cannot deliver clearly and positively to the student, because the student can feel fear to the teacher and make them not comfortable again to listening to the classroom. So another interesting chapter from this book is the author divided four different kind of pupils behavior, from pupils that have a really good or well behavior to pupils that have a serious behavior problem. So because of that case, we as the reader can know what is the strategy that fits into those kind of student, and then the author also explain how we can face those kind of student. This book also explained to the readers about something they call developmental management approach, or DMA. It was the approach that making sure the student is responsible. Next thing is what makes this book is good, or what is the strength of this book. The first is particle strategy. So the book does not only explain the theories inside of the book, but it also gives many techniques or strategies that teacher can use in the classroom for the student. And for example, the teacher can use general hint, direct question, or one-on-one discussion to manage behavior student in the classroom. This example make the book more useful and easier to apply in the real-life situation in the classroom. And the second strength is the clear explanation. So what I see in this book, when the author write a lot of theories and explanation, it really clear and it can deliver clearly to someone who read it, especially me. So it was the second strength. The third strength is the positive perspective towards student. So the book teach teachers to understand the reason behind student behavior instead of immediately punishing them. So when when teacher wants to punish the student, we have to know like the background. Why do we want to punish them like that? And sometimes students misbehave because they feel stressed, they feel not engaged with the teacher, they feel uncomfortable in the classroom. So this idea helps teacher become more patient and understanding the student in the classroom. Another strange is that the book is very relevant for future teachers because as student who studying in the education major, we will definitely meet students with different personality and behavior in the future than in the classroom. So this book prepares us or prepare teacher for their future learning. The next thing is the weakness about this book or what makes this book is less effective. The first is because some explanation are repetitive. What I mean is like there's a lot of something that the authors explain more and more about, but like actually it's already clear in the first, so the author like didn't have to repeat similar ideas from or about classroom manager. The second weakness is about lack of visual elements. So inside this book there is a lot of text then giving like a chart or visual or picture or diagram. So especially for visual learners, this may take the book less interesting to read. The third weakness is that some explanation might be feel too theoretical to read because sometimes we as a reader want to have a simple explanation, but I think sometimes the author give more theoretical explanation in this book. Even with those some weakness I talked about before, I still think this book is very valuable and helpful for the readers, especially as future teachers. And the last thing I want to talk about this book is why you should read this book. For me, because this book is very important first for the future teacher when they have to manage classroom, because it really explains how we can face different kind of people's behavior inside. And I think with reading this book, we can save or prepare for our future as a teacher. And this book also reminds us that students are also human. They're still a human being, and there'll be a lot of idea in the classroom, a lot of different type of people there. So some students may misbehave because they want attention, while others may have family or personal problems. So because of that, teacher should not just judge student by it looks. But we, as what explained before in the book, we have to build a good bonding, a good engagement with the student, so we can know and understand the student, and it makes the classroom and learning process become more comfortable between us. I think this book also can help teachers become more patient, supportive, and understanding about the student itself and about the teacher also itself. It teaches that communication and relationship are very important in education, especially when we socializing with people, of course. And a good teacher is not only someone who is smart and academic, but also someone who can manage their emotion and can also understanding people. So when they already know their own emotion and can handle their own emotion, they also can managing others and also can giving a great lesson to the student in the future. So maybe that's all about what I have to talk and what I want to talk, what I want to present from this textbook. Thank you very much, and I hope it may be useful for you who want to learn to become a teacher and who want to know what is the importance of managing the classroom for the future.